Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. And now we have already seen multiple examples, multiple series related to the AWS Linux, where you have tried deploying the Amazon Linux server itself. We have tried installing Reddit itself. We have tried Ubuntu itself. So multiple Linux we have already seen into the pipeline, and we have seen also how we can access it. That with the different tools. Okay, it can be one. It can be via PuTTY. We can access it. Another one using Mobaxterm, you can access it. Another one you can access it via Bitwise. And every different components have a different scenarios we have seen it. But now, but now there is another very famous operating system is Windows. Right? Windows is also plays very important role in our product cycle, and many companies offers the platform support related to the Windows one also. Right? So in that case, how the strategy or approach is going to be differ, that we are going to see into this particular session. So that once you will get an idea that okay, little bit strategy is going to be different in this one, and once that clarity will be there over the Windows part, then into the next coming tutorial we are going to see about the web server itself, and we are going to create a web page related to the password or the like the kind of a registration form we are going to create on that server. So that also we are going in a different lecture, but for this one, let's see how we can do the configuration for the Windows box into the AWS instance. Okay, so following the scheme, let me take you to my screen and let me just search for cloud. Okay, so now if you can see over here, so this is my AWS screen and I'm just getting into the EC2 instances. Okay, and the same flow we are going to do. The reason by doing again and again these components, so you will be having a clear cut clarity that okay, what exactly steps we need to perform it and how we are going to deploy all these instances. Okay, so there will be no doubt related to the EC2 part where you want to deploy the virtual machines and this complete actually EC2 only called it as virtual machines into the normal layman language, and in the AWS we call it as EC2, in GCP we call it as compute engine, in Azure we call it as virtual machine. So different clouds maintain a different naming convention, but the main work is remains same, that we are going to do it, that we know that okay, this is a server only which we are going to access it. Fine, so I'll just give it as a name, let's say Ranjit hyphen window server. Okay, this is server which I'm going to create it. Server, say new box, something like this name I'm going to tell. Okay, then now there are AMIs available over there, so I will be choosing as of now default. You can choose whatever AMIs you can choose it. For example, in browse mode AMIs, this is the list of AMIs available over here. Okay, let me reduce a little bit size. If you can see over here, so there are a number of AMIs available. AMIs means the number of images what you want to deploy, or I would say the number of a kind of a drive in a more layman language, like someone if not understanding what exactly AMI. So it is a ISO image, a simple CD drive or the drive from where we used to install the particular operating system. Right. So now if you have seen over there, so I will be choosing the default one, whatever it was there from the beginning. So I'll just take it this Microsoft Windows Server 2022. Okay, it is again part of free provider, free tier eligible. Okay, there is one confusion many people have that okay, that confusion people have that okay, if I'm a free tier account, then why I'm getting paid or why I'm getting the bill for that particular AWS account. That is basically happening because free tier account also have few limitations. Okay, few limitations means that okay, till this much they can provide you the services. After that, they will going to be charged it. So if you can read over here, it is simply telling that okay, 750 hours of T2 dot micro and T3 dot micro. Once that 750 hours will cross, they will start doing the charges over there. It is better, one thing you need to make in your mind, that if it is better if you are getting charged, raise a request. I will show you at the last of this tutorial video how you can raise the request also for the support for reimbursement. Okay, but first let's continue on this session part only. So now what exactly I have chosen? I have chosen the image, okay, AMI image which is related to Windows. Till this part is clear. Now I'm not going to take very much bigger. I will be taking one small component instance app, that is the t2.micro instance app. This is I'm going to talk it. And this time I'm going to create a new key pair. How accessing windows will be different, that we are going to see in this scenario. Okay. So basically what you need to do is you need to just click on create new key pair, and then what you need to do is you just give it as a name, Windows Server 2022, something like this. You can just do it and give it as click on create key pair. Okay, this key pair is getting downloaded. That is one part. Fine. And then what next you need to do it, you need to click on add it. You will find completely a different approach in this time, and you will, for the first time, if you are learning it, accessing servers and all, it will be a different experience for you. Okay, now what else, I'm keeping these all things as a default. Fine. And then subnet I am choosing at the availability zone 1. I can choose any of them, 1B, 1C, but as of now I'm choosing 1. Okay, auto assign public IP. I want my servers to be on public IP because I want to keep it exposed and I want to access it. Fine. Then I just give it as a new security group. That okay, this is win. I'll just give it as a win server group. Okay, and I'll just give it as this. I'm going to use for accessing window boxes. Okay, this is I'm going to do it. And default I don't want to keep it as of now. We will add our configuration, that much only we are going to do it. Okay, storage by default is 30 GB because it's a window box, so definitely the storage will be remain little bit higher. Okay, till this mark is clear, what I'll do, I'll just click on launch instances. Okay, now there is some concept part you need to understand before I'll move to showcasing. Always remember one thing, when you are accessing the Linux boxes, okay, the port which is actually getting port and protocol for for accessing EC2 for Linux is the SSH, which you are going to use it, and the default port which is there, that is the 22 you are using it, right? Similarly way in Windows the port will be different, that actually you need to define in your security group. After that only the accessible you are going to see. If you go with the same SSH, you won't be able to access the EC2 instances. That is a concept you need to understand. Means every different operating system behave differently. So these kind of conditions you need to be stick that follow into the same strategy only. It should not break it. Okay. So now if you see over here, this is my window box. Okay. So under this window box, what you need to do it, you need to first go to the security. Again, the similar approach, but we are doing it, and I'll just click on security group. Okay, and over there I will click on edit inbound rule. Okay, and then I will be choosing the add rule. Okay, so now what I have mentioned, that we are not going to use SSH because this is not a Linux box, this is a Windows box which we are going to use it. Okay, so for Windows box, what exactly we have the protocol, the protocol should be RDP. Okay, this is the RDP. You have to understand one thing, accessing window box can be achievable by again multiple tools also. One way you can access it through Mobaxterm, one way you can access it through RemoteNG, one way you can directly download from here also, from the AWS also. I'll show you that process also. There also you can access it, and one way is using the normal flow. Okay, so let's click on source, and I'll just keep it as of now anywhere. Anywhere means from anywhere it can be accessible and can connect. Fine. Now click on save rules. Okay, so basically what I have added, I have just added one RDP protocol. Remember this thing, for Windows we are going to use RDP. We are not going to use SSH. Okay. Now come back to the EC2 instances and go back to the state, whether it is running or not. Okay. So as of now, if you can see over there, see by default this filter is also picked up and chosen the Windows. Okay, our instance is running and our status check is pass and pass. Okay, and see, when you choosing the parameter auto assign public IP, after that only this IP is actually visualizing on the UI, right? After that only you are visually or you are seeing it. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this one, right? Till this part clear? Copy this one. Okay, now definitely I'll go to my first part. Like let's see, I'll go on Mobaxterm. Okay, Mobaxterm is the tool which can give me an access. Either I can access it via SSH or I can access it via the this one, our normal one also. We make it into this screen, okay, and let it connect it. Okay, for example, I want to access it now via SSH or via like RDP. Both of them can be activable. Okay. Now, for example, now what I need to do to access the Windows one, so I will click on again session. Okay, I will click again on the session, and now it will give me an option that okay, you want SSH or RDP. Now it is a Windows box, so definitely I need RDP. RDP I will go, and then it is going to ask for the remote host. Okay, so what exactly the remote host? Just now the IP what we have copied. So this is the first part you clear. Now, okay, now I need a user name. Okay, so by default user for the Linux was EC2 user, right? But with respect to Windows, it is different. And how you are getting to get the username, that with the same flow, you need to select it and click on connect. Okay, and click on RDP client, and here you will find the username as an administrator. Fine, and just copy it. Okay, and then click on advanced RDP settings. Okay, now you are not finding anywhere like okay how to pass the key. Earlier what we are saying it with respect to the Linux, what we are doing it, we are actually passing the key because we are having an option, right? We are selecting the SSH and then we are creating it, clicking on advanced SSH, and we are clicking over here, remember, right? But in RDP scenario, now I'm not finding anything. So how to get it? I'll show you how to get it. First, again go back to instances. Okay, just take the IP, whatever the IP is there. Okay, so this is the Winbox. I have just taken the IP and just pasted over here, right? Username. How to get the username? Click on connect over here, click on RDP client, and click on the username, that is the administrator. Okay, and I pass the administrator. Fine. Now, password is also available on the same page only. You come to the RDP client bar, RDP client page. Okay, where it is? It is available here. It is showing password, and click on get password. Once I click on get password, what is going to do? I will click on upload private key. Okay, that is the key, same key what you have created at that time. Okay, and then what I am going to do it, I'll just make it as this key I have created, Windows Server 2022.pam, and click on open. Okay, once it is done, after that, what it will asking me to click on decrypt password. So what I'm going to do it, I'll just click on decrypt password. Okay, once decrypt password is done, it is giving me an password. This kind of a password it is going to give me. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this password. And what next step I need to do it, I just need to click on OK. Okay, once it is click on OK, what is going to be happen? It will automatically ask me to access or provide me the password. Okay, this window is came in, and I'll just put it as the control V. Okay, and I'll just click on show password. So it is taken the same, and I'll just click on OK. Okay, once server is checked that okay everything is fine, what is going to be happen? It is going to launch the Windows screen, and this is the way the screen is going to be up. Sometime what will happen? It will actually take sometime. What will happen? It will take some time. Okay, and it is at a time not available, so you need to wait for some time and it is will be available. Okay, and like what exactly it asks, like to save the password, so I have just saved the password. So every time and the next time it will be available, what is going to be happen? It should be listing into the screen. Okay, now one more thing which you need to remember with respect to the Windows based EC2 instances or Windows based server, that this is a server. Okay, this is a server. Linux is also a server. And on the same topic, what we are going to see going further into the next topic, where we will be talking about how using this Windows based server we can configure a web page where you need to develop a password or a kind of a training registration form which can help you to define also. So there we will be defining some more security groups. Till now what we are doing it, we are defining only some specific security group. Okay, access the EC2 instances, you need to provide this one. But the next level, the next stage, what will be happen, where you need to define multiple set of groups over in this area, right? So this is all about the Windows based EC2 instance, what you need to configure it, you need to access it. Hope you find this particular tutorial is enjoyable. Please do like, comment, and share this with the people who actually want to learn EC2 as well as the AWS in detail, so they can follow the channel and can learn multiple components with respect to the EC2 instances as well as the other services like VPC, and how this is going to use into the project, that also we are going to showcase over there. Okay, thank you so much. We will catch you into the next video.